I was working for the Queensland Youth Orchestra. I'd decided to put the singing aside and I'd moved into administration and management. I didn't feel ready to teach, and not because I couldn't. I had already had a lot of students and I'd really enjoyed it, but at that time I didn't feel ready to take on the story of each singer, if you like. There's a little bit more involved to teaching than just vocal technique. That part's the easy bit. And I felt that all these musicians I was working for at the Queensland Youth Orchestra had something that I hadn't had, this team spirit of being able to be in an orchestra, have chamber music groups and do things. And I lamented to one of the other women there that I wish I had done that. And she said, oh, you still could, as people often do, but I felt, oh no, I've missed those great opportunities that one gets as a young kid in the school band or the Queensland Youth Orchestra for that matter. And she said, no, you can join these late starters bands, and that changed everything for me. I took a French horn home. It was a beautiful French horn. It was a Hans Hoyer horn. And I phoned up and I remember thinking, I've got a music degree. Is this really a good idea? I was put in the advanced band because I could assemble the French horn and take it out of the case. So I sat down on the first night and we made music, and my heart opened. I remember walking home, walking down the road to my car, and I couldn't describe this memory I had. It was as if I was starting off my singing career again. It is that moment where we have a dream. And I was surrounded by other like-minded people who had either never had the opportunity to learn music, or they were teachers that had to learn a second instrument to teach in a school. There were also people like me who played some music but wanted to play with other musicians. I couldn't get out of my head that I wanted to do something for singers like that. I wasn't sure how it could work, because the challenge being that singers can't just work out of the same book. Every single singer is so uniquely different, and I needed to come up with a concept where I could have some people that could read music and read music very well, and some people who could still sing really well but couldn't read music. And that musicality issue has remained a permanent challenge, and yet some of my very best students are not the music readers. Some of my very best musicians do read music. There's a happy mix in the middle, but I've found that both sides tend to help each other. I also wanted to provide somewhere for those who had been told as children that they should mime, or that they should never sing, or that they should shut up. For many years, that was a story I would hear probably once a fortnight. There'd be somebody who'd phone me and tell me this sad story of how they'd never been allowed to sing. They'd been told that they sound awful. Those school music teachers who tell a child to mime, have got a lot to answer for. So, yeah, I hope that those people come to me, because I do think everybody can sing, however, only if you want to.